This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We are now home getting ready to beat the dead horse again. This is an 11-year-old Volkswagen e-Golf that is on 139,000 kilometers. And you know, I've done 500 kilometer challenges twice, but those were run in cold winter. The first time it was minus 17 degrees Celsius at the coldest. Second time it was around minus 5 degrees. Today it's today is plus 5, plus 6 degrees Celsius. And well, I've seen that the colder it is, the slower it goes. Even though this car has no thermal management and it rapid gates, you would think that when it gets colder, it's better, right? Well, it seems like the opposite, because when it gets colder, this car has no heat pump, so the consumption goes up, and then you need to fast charge more, and that actually causes the time to be slow. So I want to see then, how fast can we do it now? Well, I just have this car now. You might be thinking, why are you bored? Well, not really. I have time now, because soon this car will park at various dealerships, and then I don't have an opportunity to run any test for actually, I wonder if it's several weeks, maybe several months. So, right, okay, whatever, enough talk. Let's do the walk instead. So, yeah, maybe I should do something with this rust, but whatever. We don't care too much about that today. I'll deal with that later. Look here. Ambient light, huh? Okay, so I've been preheating the car. Well, it claims 10 degrees Celsius. I don't think so, but we are at 100%. It doesn't show 100% here, but yes, it's 100%. So all good, right? Yeah. So if you go to nav here, show it now. Zoom out a bit. So the 500 kilometer challenge actually goes like this. We are at Jessheim, and then we drive south all the way to the Swedish border, and then we drive north again all the way to Rudshøgna, and then we drive back, and then that would be 500 kilometers. So it is as simple as that. When we do final preparation, it's a little bit past 10 in the evening now, and then off we go. And then, yeah, okay, one very important thing here. Battery temperature starts at 7.5 degrees Celsius. If it hits over 40 degrees Celsius, then we are in deep shit. Well, or is it 45? But we want to keep it around 35-ish. Now 35 to 40 degrees Celsius if it's possible. Yeah, so that means driving not too fast. Okay, anyway, let's go. Well, we're on the move. We start at a really odd time. It was 9 minutes past 10, but no, doesn't matter, whatever, you know. Yeah, so I'm cruising on 105 kilometers per hour on the speedo, and that is 100 GPS speed. I think that's good enough. If you drive too slow, then you will arrive slow. And this car actually charges relatively fast, and even when it rapid gates, it still takes 40 kilowatt for a while. So you don't want to drive too slow, because then you waste time driving too slow. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think this is more optimal speed. We might adjust it slightly as we go, but also I want to keep the consumption low, because the lower consumption, the less we need to charge and so on, and less overhead we have. So this is the real challenge. Drive an 11-year-old car, you know, with, yeah, it's going to hit 140,000 kilometers soon. I can't see it right now, but okay, whatever. So traffic seems to be okay. The weather today is going to be around, well, this night is going to be around 6 degrees Celsius most of the time. So yeah, let's enjoy the ride and enjoy this nice old car. We're now at Vestby, and yeah, we had some detour, some slowdown. I checked the distance here and time, and I calculated that we were delayed by 2 to 3 minutes. So I will count it as 1 minute deduction, because this car actually benefits from driving slower, because we don't heat up the battery too much. We have lower consumption, which means less rapid gate. But yeah, so here is one bailout point. I will go past it. It's Vestby. There are plenty of chargers over here, Kempower. We have roughly 30% battery left, so I will go deeper, but I don't want to go too deep, because that introduces more heat. So we'll probably go to a YX station 13 kilometers away. What I like about this infotainment here is that when you go to navigation, I navigated to whatever, right? Once you go to car, whatever, other things, you can see very useful information on top here that we are 13 kilometers away and so on. So nice. What the heck, man? We are almost at the charger. I'm going kind of deep, but another close road? What? Okay, whatever. We just deduct. We just have to be fair with the deduction here. We are now at the first charging stop, and yes, we arrived with around 12 degrees Celsius. And right now we're charging at maximum speed. We'll get maximum speed until around 35 degrees Celsius. So unfortunately, I don't have it set up here. You can do it something like you set the voltage versus current and it will multiply. But okay, I'm not that much of a ninja, but there, current here should be 125 when it's maxed. So all good so far. You can see here on the charger. Yeah, 41 kilowatt. Oh yeah, nice. Well, it's funny, it's a 300 kilowatt charger and then an e-Golf is sucking 40 kilowatt from it. Welcome to 2025. We're now at the end point, at least on the south side here, Shell Schweinsund, and it is 7.5 degrees here. It's actually a nice and warm night. But yeah, so far we've done 150 kilometers. But see, this is what I'm gonna do. The trick here, the ninja trick, is that once we are charging, I'll crank up the heat. Actually, you know, 24 degrees is just okay-ish temperature here. I'll crank it up to 28 degrees. And that will actually suck some power from the battery, from the charging. But this car, the e-Golf, will suck extra power for heating. But the plug is limited to 125 amp. That's why this is now dropping. Well, yeah, so battery heated up slightly during the drive. That's nice. Still not rapid gating yet. Interesting. You see, we have this charger here. You guys know it, 150 kilowatt. Yeah, Alpitronic. Actually, 150 kilowatt. This is the fat version. You can have 4 power modules, and then it supports 300 kilowatt. But they only put 2 power modules in here, and they can expand it later when it's needed. But here, the new tritium chargers. Yeah. First, I mean, I park over here because I was planning on using that side, but then once I approach it, I realized that it's out of use for some reason. Yeah, it says Utiyang. Okay, so wait, can you change language here? Okay, whatever. So about 50 kilowatt, that works for me. I like the cable design here. So even though I park on the wrong spot, I could still stretch it over there, huh? And then here you can see that, yeah, still no rapid gate. We're taking 41 kilowatt hour per hour. Okay, I had to go to the restroom. It was a long-ish stop, and we are already at almost 80%. And then, oh, the battery has heated up to 32 degrees Celsius, but still not rapid gating. But yeah, I bought some fresh buns. It smelled really good, so the seller told me to not close the bag here, otherwise it's going to be a bit mushy. So let's try some freshly baked buns. Wow, they're warm and soft. Whoa. I mean, it's still nice, but you know, it still lacks that taste of fermentation. Esper buns are still better. Okay, that was around 22-23 minute charging stop. Still not that slow, but we charged to around, I think it was 88-89%. So I need slightly more now on the way back because we have headwind. But the battery has heated up to 33 degrees Celsius. We'll see now if it drops or not, or yeah, what happens. But all good, right? Still nice and warm outside, 7.5 degrees. Yeah, it's 44 minutes past midnight. The consumption is a bit high now as we started, but then it will drop. And then once I drive, I will drop the temperature to 24 degrees. 24 here feels more like 20, 21 degrees in other cars. back at YX soon. And then as always, I'll just crank up the heat now. Yeah. And then, yeah, so you see the battery only gain 1 degree Celsius, okay, nice. But then we had a detour again, so I had to calculate and deduct some time we lost there because we actually drove slower, but there was an advantage, of course. But okay, so the delay was as high as 7 minutes here, but then I deduct 5 minutes, fair and square. So, but it seems like we don't have any throttling yet. So if you see here, if you go to the screen here, it's easier to see here. What? There, okay, wow, the delay. Yeah, look at this. Still taking 41 kilowatt. Okay, went to the restroom, came back. 72%, 44 kilowatt, yeah. This is where it gets interesting because the battery is heated up to 38 degrees Celsius. This is right around when it's supposed to rapid gate, so we'll see. Yeah, this might be the last session we have with nice charging speed before things start slowing down. Holy shit balls. I saw them at Moss. There's a whole shitload of russebus coming now. Plenty over there also. Possibly around 20 of those. So yeah, we are in the end of April and it has started. Wow, there's another one. They're heading towards Oslo. Oh, they're coming here actually. Yeah. Holy shit, they are loud. They are freaking loud. Why did I stop here? Because they already stopped at Moss. Yeah. This is a reminder why we moved away from Alnabru and came over here. Yeah, these are probably not Euro 6. Oh no, there's a freaking hotbox in there. What the heck, man? Okay, anyway, we are almost good to go. Just checking now. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is when I want to leave. Yeah, let's go. All right, back on the road. I'm still cruising at 105 speedo speed or 100 GPS speed. I believe that's still the most optimal speed. Next stop is going to be, well, I'm not sure if I can make it there though. A Shell station or ST1 station at Skedsmokorset. This is 64 kilometers away, but we have to pass through Oslo, so the consumption will be slightly lower there because we have to drive slower. It's still nice and warm outside, 6 degrees Celsius. The battery though is starting to, well, I wouldn't say cooking, but 39.5 degrees Celsius. So now I want to know, when it was colder, the temperature went up as we drive. Now the temperature should drop. I want to see what the equilibrium temperature is. Does it drop to 35 degrees Celsius and stay there, or what's going to happen? Well, let's see. We are now at Shell or ST1. Okay, it's still Shell for now. Yeah, at Skedsmokorset. And the battery is hot, 39.5 degrees Celsius, but we're still taking maximum speed. Oh yeah! So I can show you guys the site. Look at this, Kempower, 400 kilowatt hour per hour. So interesting design. They put the power stacks over there in the middle here. Many other places they put them away, but here I think the problem is that there is simply not enough space. The substation is over here. Seems like maybe around 1.6 megawatts, so maybe not that much. So yeah, the power modules are here, see, there and there. And we also have more, well, I was going to say pumps, but we also have chargers there that used to be pumps, you see. Kempower chargers, and then here we have some fossil pumps for you guys who want that. Nice, okay. But I also check out, oh, I can see, okay, you can see here. If you've never seen the Kempower before, looks like this. So, how is it now? Oh, it's slightly limiting. We should get 125 amp. So we're close to the limit, but for now, still no rapid gate. But it's going to rapid gate later in this session, I believe. Uh-oh, we are rapid gating more now. 42.5 degrees Celsius in the battery. We're taking around 30 kilowatts. But actually from the charger, you can see it here, we're receiving 34, so we're around 4 kilowatt for heating. Well, that's good. So we spend less when we start driving. But yeah, so this is a bit strange, but I'm gonna go to Dongle now, which is only 33 kilometers away. But once we are there, then we can ride on at least 2 Ioniq sessions. In the past now, I've been going kind of expensive, around 5.5. Over here it's 5.7 NOK per kilowatt hour. But at Dongle, as long as you have Ioniq passport, then it costs only 3 NOK per kilowatt hour. So that's, how much is that in euros? 0.25 euros roughly. Okay, anyway, let's go. All right, this charging session was around 20 minutes to 70%, so slightly slower than the previous sessions, maybe just 2-3 minutes, I'm not sure exactly. But the battery is at 43 degrees Celsius now. I'm still hammering-ish it at 100 kilometers per hour GPS speed. I believe that that's still optimal because, you know, quick math. If you're cruising at 100 kilometers per hour and you consume around 190 watt-hour per kilometer, then you consume only 90, or you pull 19 kilowatt on average, but you're still receiving 35, 37 kilowatt on average, right? Even in the slight rapid gate state. But now it boils down to the next stop. Can we get the battery temperature lower, or will it stay at 43 degrees? Well, there's only one way to find out. So yeah, let's see then for the next 20 minutes roughly how it's gonna be. We are home at Ioniq Dongle. Oh yeah! How fast are we charging now? The battery did cool down to 42 degrees Celsius. Oh heaven! Wait, we're taking 33 kilowatt, right? Not too bad. Because I only need to top up a little bit. See, we arrive with kind of high state of charge, and then I need to drive 47 kilometers over to Ioniq Tangen. So that means around 60-65% only. Oh, 33 kilowatt. Yeah, under ideal condition, this should be 125 amp. Okay, slight rapid gate. We can still survive for now. Okay, I went to the restroom, had to do a little type 2, yeah, whatever, but stayed here maybe not ideal time, but whatever. It's rapid gating, so in the rapid gate situation, it is actually kind of beneficial to charge slow-ish, right, without gaining too much heat. But okay, whatever, let's go. Okay, so now we're at 44.5 degrees Celsius. Wait, but we started at 42, so I mean, we still gain a lot of battery percentage, and only added 2.5 degrees Celsius. But of course, timing-wise, it was not ideal. But okay, so there is no need to make yet another time lapse, because what I've seen in the past is that for the first 10 minutes, nothing happens with the battery temperature, and then it starts dropping if it can drop. Now, I think it should drop, and then maybe it reverts towards, or flatten out towards around 40-41 degrees Celsius. We are at Ioniq Tangen. Oh, okay, this is we arrived with 27%. So standard procedure, start the engine. Okay, we are in eco mode. I'm trying to get out of eco mode if I can. Yeah, okay, good. And then crank up the heat. 29 degrees, oh yeah, because we're gonna rapid gate anyway, so it just pulls extra power for the heater. So this is good, because a rapid gating leaf is worse. Whatever maximum speed you get for the charging, Okay, you get that, and then whatever heat you pull is after that. So that's bad design. But here, e-Golf actually has good design. Now we have to see how many kilowatt we get. It's around 30 kilowatt now. Well, I'll take it. Let me verify it here. Yeah, it's 31. Oh, shit. But the battery is at the 43.5 degrees. So it seems like every charging session now, from now on, it just gets slightly worse and worse and worse. But it just goes gradually. Unlike Toyota BZ4X, once you get the throttling, because okay, then it's not thermal. Then it's just that they count how many kilowatt hour within a time frame. Then it goes from 150 kilowatt to like, boom, 50 kilowatts. So like a huge drop in speed. Here, you get slight speed limiting, and then you know roughly when you want to bail out. But yeah, I mean, we know we have gone over 350 kilometers now, right? So this could have been a trip, for example, from Oslo to Gothenburg, which is roughly 300 kilometers. And then you could finish within 4 or 5 hours, right? It takes a bit longer, just take some charging stops, take a nice lunch break, and then you get to your destination with a poor man's car. So yeah, we are now over here at Ioniq, Tangen, superchargers over there. Unfortunately, dangerous position, okay. But unfortunately, we cannot use Tesla supercharger, so that becomes part of the challenge. And then over there, plenty of other chargers. But here, I'm too lazy to walk over to Circle K. It's a couple of minutes of walk over there. I'll just camp in the car for now. Oh, we just hit 45 degrees Celsius in the battery. Oh, and now we're taking around 25 kilowatts still. Okay. How much are we pulling from the charger? Because we're still blasting in the heat at 29 degrees Celsius. 27, so there's 2 kilowatts going to the heater then. So this session was 18 minutes long. Okay, we arrived with 27%, but we are pretty much good to go now. Wait, what the heck, man? It shows there for just a brief, okay, whatever.